Welcome to Meet Entrepreneurs podcast, which is supported by ENTRISE, a first ever online platform exclusively for global entrepreneurs to connect and conduct a business together. If you are an entrepreneur who wants to grow your network and business, this is the right place for you. Simply click on the link in the description of this video below. Our guest today is Sheryl O'Connor, founder and CEO of WealthConductor LLC, which provides financial professionals with time-tested retirement strategy that is completely customized to their clients' needs. So good morning, Sheryl. Welcome to our program.
Good morning, Bill. Thanks for having me.
I learned that you used to work for a couple of insurance companies in the United States. So why did you leave the corporate world to pursue your own business?
Well, actually, it was my husband's idea back in 2005. He had spent his entire career in the corporate world, had worked for large insurance companies and benefit companies, and decided that he wanted to become an entrepreneur and asked me to join him. So we opened up an asset management firm back in 2006 in Hartford.
Is that asset management company still around?
It is, yeah, and it's grown quite a bit since then. We started out with 3 partners and a couple of staff, and now it's grown substantially. And my job was to build a TAMP. So the TAMP has built out. There are other money managers on the TAMP and new service offerings. So
are you still active with that company, the asset management company, or no?
No, not really. No. When I developed the technology, the retirement income technology, back in 2015, we decided for compliance and business purposes that it would be more successful if we split that off from the asset management firm and founded a separate technology company in mid-2017. So I kind of straddled both companies for a while, but then eventually, I'm 100% on the IncomeConductor company right now as CEO.
Let's talk about IncomeConductor or WealthConductor. What it is, what problem you are trying to solve with that company?
Yeah, so back in 2008, I mentioned I was building up a TAMP, and we were overseeing thousands of accounts that were associated with advisors all over the country. And, when the market crashed, globally in 2008 and then continued through 2009, a lot of people were panicking. A lot of people went to cash. A lot of people could not retire because they saw their retirement accounts go down in value. But there were a substantial number of accounts that we were managing on the TAMP that we noticed these people did not call us. The advisors did not call us. They didn't go to cash. They didn't even rebalance down to a more conservative portfolio. They were very confident riding out this market downturn. And so I got interested in what it was about these, clients and their advisors that they had such confidence to ride out this market. And noticed that a lot of them were associated with an advisor out in Denver, Phil Lebinsky, and they were using a strategy that Phil had developed back in the 1980s. And I asked him, what is it? And he said, it's my strategy. My strategy really helps advisors and clients manage their emotions through these situations of, market volatility, market downturns. And so I started to get interested in retirement income. Everybody was focused in the industry on accumulation. A lot of the tools, a lot of the financial planning tools were all about building wealth, saving in your 401k. But very few people were really looking at that last phase of life where hopefully you've saved enough and now you need to turn that savings into a reliable ongoing paycheck in retirement so that you don't outlive your money. So I really got to know Phil's strategy and why it was so special and unique. And then in 2015, he approached me when he was ready to sell his practice to his transition partner. He said, I've always dreamed of creating a technology based on this strategy that would not only help the advisor and the client create a very customized plan, but then also manage that plan. Which, you know, over retirements that are now 25, 30 plus years long. It's like a whole new career for people, right?
But for a startup, one key thing you got to do is to raise capital, right? How did you get funding?
So to start the company, the three founders, Phil, myself, and my son, Tom, put money into the company. And we had 3 angel investors invest in the company as well. And these were people who very luckily, you know, came to us. They are all executives in various areas. One is an advisor, one is an executive at a large insurance company. The other one is a CFP and CFA. So they understood the industry and they said, we know that this is going to be the next wave of opportunity in the industry to address the distribution needs of millions of baby boomers. And we like what you're doing. We like the new strategy. We like the technology strategy. And we think that this is going to be very successful out in the industry.
So what's Sheryl, what's your strategy to grow your business during the pandemic and you know post the pandemic era? This company has been around for 6 years now, right?
Well, we started it in mid 2017. The actual company was founded. We went out to market in 2018. So it's been 4 years. And it's honestly just been the 3 of us. We're looking for additional funding right now to build out a sales team. But honestly, as an entrepreneur who has worked in the industry for years, I know that just hiring a sales team right out of the gate, if you don't till the soil for them, they're not going to be very productive. So what we've spent doing is enhancing the software. I've been concentrating on getting broker-dealer and RIA's approval of the software because throughout the industry, you know, they have to approve the technology for the use of their advisors, and that, you know, the compliance, the security, the strategy, everything. So we are now approved at over 80 broker-dealers and RIAs. And we also have a number of integration and other partnerships that we've been developing as well. So we're directly integrated with folks like Raymond James, Albridge, SEI, Orion, as well as custodians. And that makes it very easy for advisors to connect and track those accounts. And then we continue, you know, adding onto that list of approved firms with the hope that if we raise a little bit more capital, we bring on some sales experts, that they will have everything they need to go out and execute on those opportunities.
It's a huge market. So, you know, I'm sure your software will be, you know, more people, more for advisors, more broker dealers will adopt your software, I hope.
Well, I think one of the things we're proudest of is we have not been out there that long. And 2 of the major surveys, advisor surveys in the industry, the T3 Tools survey that Joel Barkenstein does, and Michael Kitces has started a advisor tech survey. Out of all of the retirement income technology, we have gotten the highest ratings of satisfaction from advisors. So
Oh,
I think,
congratulations.
thank you. And, that means a lot because advisors are very picky. They don't like to change, but when they do, they're very appreciative of a technology that's easy to use, but then also helps them grow their business quickly, right?
That's the
Because
key.
at the end of the day, they want a return on investment in technology.
Absolutely.
It may be fun to use, but if it doesn't help grow their business, if their clients don't like it, and being out there for such a short period of time and getting the highest satisfaction ratings in both of those surveys, we're very proud of that.
Sheryl, as an entrepreneur, what do you enjoy the most? Tell us a moment that got you excited as a entrepreneur.
I'll tell you what excites me the most, and this is probably from my TAMP days where everything was about customer service. What excites me is when I get phone calls and emails from advisors telling me about an experience they just had with a client, where the client was overjoyed or actually even cried because they were so relieved that finally they have a plan that shows them that they can retire, and that's what really makes it worthwhile for me. And I think for my partners as well, is that we're doing the right thing and we're bringing something of real benefit to people. And at the end of the day, I think that's what it's all about.
Good, good. On the flip side, as a startup, as an entrepreneur, I'm sure you have experienced some challenges. So what are the main challenges, major challenges you have been gone through, and how did you deal with them?
The main challenges we have right now, and it just takes patience a bit, is that these large financial services firms have, number one, made commitments and investments into legacy technology. And so it's very hard for them now to, it's like, turning a rowboat versus turning an ocean liner.
Yeah.
So I think, that's a challenge, is to convince these larger firms that they need to start looking ahead at where the industry is going from a technology standpoint, and not just saying, well, we've got these systems in place and maybe advisors aren't using them right now, but we've put, over the past years, we put investments into them. You have to be able to look into the future and say, maybe this was good, 10 years ago, but now clients have changed, the service models have changed, and we need to look into the future versus looking in the past and what we did and maybe what money we sunk into that particular technology. We need to move forward. So honestly, what I saw when I was working at insurance companies was they were moving from a build to a buy model. And that buy model makes them much more agile than if they're trying to develop this, extensive infrastructure, technology infrastructure within their firm. If they can keep looking out and saying, what can we plug and play that will keep us competitive, will keep up with what customers are demanding, versus, being tied to these huge legacy systems with a lot of investment. I think the companies that are taking that approach, that agile approach of plug and play and integration, through the use of APIs and new technology, are going to be the successful ones in the coming decades. The people who are saying, no, we're sticking with our legacy technology, they're the ones who are going to be left behind.
So how did you come up with this name, IncomeConductor? Is something related to music? Conductor is like, you are a conductor, right? Is there any special meaning behind your company name?
Yeah, so I am a professional musician. I started as a musician professionally when I was 13. And so, you know, the whole idea of a financial advisor being the conductor, taking all of the client's financial instruments and orchestrating them into a wonderful retirement performance is the idea behind IncomeConductor.
That's very interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. I like that. Thank you so much, Sheryl, for sharing your story with us, and good luck with your business. Thank you for watching. See you next time.